a bit of time to get used to. Okay, so if you're a nurturer type, that's what the type you are. Now, the next one that we'll have a look at is the thinker type. So if you're a thinker type of sensitive, you will be someone who kind of contemplates things, thinks about it, thinks it through, thinks before speaking, perhaps mulls things over for a little bit too long sometimes. Also, thinkers are quite often people who procrastinate, and you also worry about what other people think quite strongly, and especially as a sensitive, you worry about what other people think because you know what they think as soon as you say something. So if you are quite clearly sort of stating that you're somebody who's sensitive to that kind of stuff, you'll be worried about judgment. Thinker types get very worried about being judged or criticised because perhaps they've come from a background where that's been quite prolific. So to learn to kind of keep things in, like to apply the rules, like to work by the rules. And sometimes those rules aren't known to other people. They're their own internal rules. So you will find that you have quite strong moral grounds about things. So if someone's upset you, they have to work really hard to then gain your confidence again, simply because you're very, very sensitive to people's what's the word? Criticisms, how they say things, all that kind of stuff. As a thinker type, you contemplate, and you contemplate very well. You're also a problem solver, so you'll work things out. So if people have got something going on around them, you're good at. They say, "Oh, well, I've got this going on," and you're good at kind of taking yourself out of there and thinking about it, and then coming up with a very spontaneous solution that comes from deep within. It comes deep within your instincts, very deep within your intuitive instincts. Thinker types aren't necessarily quite so drawn towards healing, not quite so much as the nurturer types. Thinker types are more philosophical. They're quite drawn towards the unconscious, looking at the unconscious and looking at psychological reasons behind things. So thinkers are quite often people who are attracted to counselling and psychotherapy and psychology and understanding the mechanisms of the human mind, all that kind of thing. As a sensitive, you might find that that's the type of thing that you're attracted to. The next one is the talkative type of